Can you hear me? Okay, good. There's that. That mic's back. Now I just get back in the call.
Shit.
Hello.
All right, how am I now?
You're good.
Better. You sound good.
So, Spud, real fast. Lovenot does not know about the quivering.
I'm not very well versed in meme games.
It's not a very well-known meme game, to be fair. It's just really horrible.
That's for you. That's for you, Lovenot.
Enjoy. I mean, honestly, you should probably watch Spud first.
Well, all I linked was the music video.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The music video for the quivering.
I'd see if I can find the pictures I took, the screen caps, but I have to search through my
I mean,
a shit ton of old
the
stuff.
music video has like clips from the game.
You are
in it.
quite strong.
Like, to be fair, I didn't buy this for Spud to like be an arsehole. I bought it because people watch it because it's horrible and like he likes people watching him. So I'm doing it to be nice.
Yeah, no, I
makes
appreciate
sense.
it. Just let us have the damn you love not fake indignation.
No, we're actually pleased as punch about this.
He enjoys anything that allows him to suffer because it gets him views.
Is it meat?
I hope I'm not that cynical, but it's more about me suffering.
It's even better than meat.
Yeah, I only buy gift games for popular people for two reasons. One, if I want to give that game advertising, and or if I think it'll get a lot of views because it's really shitty.
Oh boy.
I mean, I could also link him our playthrough of the quivering.
No, let me try finding that picture first. This stuff's taking forever to load, so I've got to flip through manually.
Can we focus on the plot, please?
No.
I can't keep up.
How...
Can you give me a synopsis so far in Fairyland?
We found sword, it's one of 100, get wish, also everyone sucks.
If you collect 100 swords, you get a wish?
Yeah.
Like,
well, 40,
like
but...
wish?
So, the wish is you revive God.
Tasty food?
Like, that's
Yeah.
your...
One
If
of...
God's dead, who's giving the wish?
That's why you revive God, so you get the wish.
Yeah, the wish is
So
you
you
have
use
to
the
revive
swords
God.
to revive God, and in return he'll give you a favor.
She.
Shit.
No, that's not the only reason.
That sounds like a pretty original plot,
It'll be
actually.
way easier if there's 3 of us. It'll be easier to come up with theories too.
You better not make her
It's-
while you slack off.
You
It's like
wish.
an amalgam of like 100 different anime plots.
Yes.
Which means it's like none individually.
Hey, wait a sec! Hey!
You are
Also,
technically correct.
everyone is really shallow.
Yeah, well, they don't look pervy at least.
Well, that's because you weren't here for the part where Fang made a joke about being the first person to, or being the person that took Aaron's virginity, and
Yeah,
then
being Aaron's
accused
first
of
and,
doing it.
and accused of having to be responsible. That old chestnut.
Who's Fang?
Fang is the brown-haired guy. He's the main character.
His traits are he hates this adventuring stuff and likes food.
So exactly like the avatar that Dread Priest has right now. Except that character just likes freaking anime.
Not
we got
quite.
weapons.
Not quite. Itami
That's
is a
the
bit...
That's the protagonist from Gate, isn't it?
Yes, and Itami actually is deeper than dealing with this fucker.
He's literally introduced trying to go to an anime convention, and then he gets derailed by like an extra-dimensional invasion. And then he's like, oh gee, I'm not gonna make it to the anime in time. Like, he's not that deep.
Fang is somehow less than that. some. Oh, good. Meanwhile, this must be something new. Oh no, it's
No, it's this.
Shut up! If you keep blabbing, I'll kill you with one blow. If you want to save yourselves.
So is this a translated work, or is it made
this
in
is
English?
translated.
It's localized, yeah.
Leave that kid with us too.
It's voice acted too.
We're not gonna
So, Lovenot, if you want to open the side stream, the Smashcast stream, you can listen too.
We'll make sure we
Without you guys' dialogue?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've had some
How does
fun
that
with you
work?
first.
It's very complicated, actually.
Oh. Right. I see.
What the heck?
Like, again, the thing that continues to baffle me is like
some trouble.
good voice actors
You're...
giving a performance that cannot save this dialogue.
Where do you come from? Why are you here?
Also,
would you
yes,
like to know
Bandit
about
B is absolutely from Team Aqua,
My name, my way of life.
and he shows
Or
up later
perhaps
in
my
an
prowess
underground
with the sword.
tower for some reason.
And now the pretty boy who shows up our plucky hero at being everything.
My name is
What's
Sherman
with this
Shalloway.
obtrusive, like,
Not that my
bottom
name should
right
matter.
and bottom left sword and shield thing?
It's to make it stylish.
But
Yeah,
obscuring
it's-
half your field of view.
It's the visual novel framing thing.
Yeah, it's the game going full proscenium.
Also, hi.
Hi, Sherman.
Welcome to our
Schlancer.
fantasy JRPG. Here's a Gundam.
Oh,
What's going on
man.
here? My
Here's a
loyal
Gundam
minions,
named
they're-
Dragon.
Ryushin.
I won't forgive this.
I see.
My loyal
Wish to follow them
minions.
into the afterlife. This will not be pleasant for you. Ryushin,
You know,
Release your
why
full power
did they
and
do the
prepare for
Apollonius thing in the beginning when Sherman would have been a better choice?
Sherman wouldn't have been really affiliated. Sherman's. I don't think he's affiliated with Dorfa at the beginning, right?
I would
No,
prefer
but he's
to
still
hold
looking for
nothing
Furies.
back when facing my enemies. But in this
Yeah, but
case,
Sherman's
I'll
not
make an
explicitly evil yet, I don't think.
No.
You bastard!
Apollonius is. So it works for him because he can show up later as as a big bad and a redeemable boss, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it just since the plot of that initial bit is or as of now is, man, that guy beat me. I want to get stronger, and then they repeat that with Sherman.
Thank you very much for saving us.
You're absolutely
So-
right.
Is this just a visual novel with, like, Final Fantasy turn-based 3D combat?
Yeah.
We did what had to
The
be done.
3D combat's a
We
lot
delivered
more
swift
like
justice to those who had
Is there an
fallen
RPG component? Do you actually decide
Oh,
dialogue or
hell
at least
no.
give choices?
No,
hell no.
So it's completely on rails.
almost completely, yes.
Here's a question. How long ago did we do the quivering?
I bid you safe travel.
that
Have a
was
wonderful
in.
day.
I mean, the vid.
2015.
Yeah.
Also, giving me bad games is kind of stupid because I have like 500 bad games from like bundles. I buy them just to run them for 3 hours.
Who
to
would
drop
put
cards.
Spud or the Quivering in a bundle?
He must be an angel.
Well,
I don't
I'm saying
know.
I have heaps of other bad games.
Fortunate.
Well, there's the link to that, by the way. Thank you for reminding me. You can see Spud and I's playthrough.
Yeah, I can't actually find any of the pictures.
No worries.
However, I will say a few things that Lovenot will learn to hate. Crane game token.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
that's just me.
I don't like it
I'm
either.
branded.
I don't even know how to stream, so I don't know how you think I'm gonna do any of this.
It wasn't for streaming. It was more for like what was this experience?
Why would I do it on my own?
Yeah, Egoian brings up a good point. You can't even choose what battles you win.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's an incompletely valid statement.
For
Which is so much
for
about-
reference, in case someone missed an earlier part of the stream, or I don't know if you heard or if you know anything about this, Love Not. I
I
played this
have
game.
not watched any of it. Yeah, I know the out of universe backstory, so to speak, but I don't know anything about this actual fictional work
Oh.
as a story.
Well, there's like 10 you have to lose fights. But this is also a game with New Game Plus. So you can go into those have to lose fights and completely dominate them.
Gee, sounds like Mass Effect 3.
And it still has you lose.
Yeah,
And you get
that's
no
fair.
experience or items for the fights. So...
There's this fucking Hulking Cruz, big glowy things above his head.
Wow, that...
the note and emotion.
Yes.
That was a dud of a joke.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
What
It's
do
like...
they mean? Is that angry?
Yeah, that's the anger
Yeah.
tick marks.
What's this little golden crown? I don't understand. Why are they communicating his emotions
That's
in
shock.
pictograms?
It's
because
anime! Anime, okay? That's it. That's the
Because-
answer. Everything. Everything in this game is bad anime.
But you have voice acting, so why do you need
Not
to
here.
add...
Not every scene has voice acting. You can tell when there's voice acting because the mouths will move.
Now
Which race
he's
is on?
crying?
He's sweating.
It's
He's
angry,
under
nervous
duress.
sweat.
Yeah.
Projectile sweating.
Yes.
God.
It's anime.
Do we have time to put Love Nut through a crash course of all the anime emotes?
I've watched 2
I'll
animes.
do it.
I've watched...
You've watched 12?
I've watched 2. I've watched, what was it? I watched Gate, and I've watched, what's the one with Lelouch in it?
Code Gas.
Yeah.
Code Geass, yeah.
Decent choices.
And then I tried to watch Strike Witches, and there was like 7 panty shots in like the first 10 seconds of like these underage girls. I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't know who recommended Strike Witches to you, but they shouldn't have. So, real fast, the only choices you can make in this game are which ending you get. And you make that choice based on the one person you talk to. Like, you choose whether or not to talk to someone, and that decides whether you take the end, which ending you take. Or at least, that's how it was in the original game. In this one, there are more differences. But not that many.
I can't actually find. Oh well. I do actually have some more animes I could recommend.
Let's
Please
not.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't watch anime anymore.
Hey, it's the things.
That actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's alright. Until we start undressing the goddess.
Yep. Pulling out the swords of the demon doesn't do anything except pull out swords from a demon. Pulling the swords out of the goddess completely
Removes the armor.
So what is a fairy in this universe?
God
Whatever's
knows.
in a sword. It's
Like-
God only knows.
like
What, like fairy godparents, omniscient but bound by rules, or...
No, it's more like power.
It is a
swords.
fighting spirit. It is a stand. It is just a stand.
That's from an anime I haven't watched.
Ugh.
I think the easiest way I think the like in-universe explanation is they're all creations of the gods.
Yeah, they're all split off from the vile god and the goddess.
And then
So
they
they're just
land on
angels, or rather like tieflings and half-angels.
Yeah, that robot you saw earlier is a fairy. And so is the person on the right, and so
So
is
it's
this
just a
dog
spark.
Yeah.
So they're just Transformers, but they
No.
go into people.
Some of them look
No,
like Transformers.
Because the robot was a fairy, and Erin, the girl on the right, is a fairy, and this little dog thing that's going to show up in a few minutes is a fairy. And there's like dragons that are there's no rhyme or reason to what they look like.
So do they possess a pre-existing thing, or do they just create their own body?
They're all swords that can change shape.
They are contained within swords, then they bond with the person that collects them, and then they can appear, I guess, near their host.
So these two girls on screen are human beings.
No.
Nope.
Left one human, right one fairy.
Yeah. The red-haired, the reddish-haired girl.
This is all fairly complicated.
Convoluted is more the word I'd
anything.
use.
I tried to get a fairy pun, but it doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't. No, fairy doesn't really. That's a pun on par with this game's humor at times.
My fairy. I'm sorry. I really like Neek's comment. My fairy is a toaster.
Oh yeah, and Neek saying One Punch Man. So yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Damn. You know, just watching this is making me want to give you what was it? Laura and the Amazon Princess. That's kind of like this, but not shitty. It's like incredibly generic setting, but then it actually does interesting shit with it. Like it like there's the Amazons, right? So it goes into all depth about like sexism and shit, and like interacting with other cultures. And
yeah, you know that thing where you start with a cliche premise, but then do interesting stuff with it. Yeah, this game fails to do that on every level.
Yeah, but like but Lauren has like skimpy main characters and stuff, and a generic-looking setting, and it looks like this, but underneath there's actually stuff, and it's actually a good game.
I would be interested in seeing it.
I mean, hey.
And there's
also,
like,
Love Not, you will not understand this, but the tutorials are endemic.
Oh God, yeah.
This is literally the 16th tutorial that has popped up. 3 of them were about plot points that were mentioned in an earlier cutscene.
Is this just a Japanese thing, or is it a thing specifically with this game?
This game.
Just this game. It's just this game.
It's a fucking horror show.
Like, it's like the tutorials you get in an MMO.
But at least those are understandable.
Those you can, like, opt out of.
These menus really look like Final Fantasy.
They're trying very hard to be. I would recommend learning, like...
But we don't have... We're not... Party size goes up to 6 now. It's gonna be forever before we, before we need that.
What are the redeeming qualities? Is the gameplay itself, like, is there tactical fidelity? Like, it's hard to describe Final Fantasy 4.
No, there's no tactics. It's a grind fest.
Yeah,
You get bigger numbers and bigger combos, and some of it has different effects on different monsters, but you just basically blaze through them.
You eventually, like, in the original version, after you get to a certain level, your sword can turn into a minigun, and that minigun is literally strong against every other enemy. There's, like, certain enemies are weak to certain forms of the weapon, but everything is weak to the minigun. And you can get that at, like, level 40, which is, like, about where you start time traveling. Because that's a plot point.
Is that why everything is railroaded? Because they're not smart enough to make a time travel thing, and have it also have decisions in it?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Care to see my true power?
I mean, I'm sure it would be that way even without the time travel. But
what about the music? Is it good music?
The music some of it's passable because some of it's done by Nobuo Uematsu.
AKA Final Fantasy.
The guy, yeah, it's the guy who did Sephiroth and all of the, like, famous Fantasy tracks. Or One Winged Angel. But the other half of the music is done by... I don't remember the name of the artist. It's, like, really generic and bad. And then there's what we have landed on as the Japanese equivalent of butt rock. Which is the...
Someone Google Fairy Fencer F full contact and just post the link. Just do it.
Wait. This result screen. Why is he looks like a fucking PlayStation 2 character. What?
Yeah.
What?
Because he was a PS... This was like a PSP game. Or Vita game, originally.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's been remastered.
For the PS4 and now Steam. My fairy is the tutorial.
God.
And there's full contact for you, Love Not.
Okay, I'll
with
listen.
lyrics. was gonna say. The reason I said learning is because it levels you up faster, is why. It lets you.
Yeah, it's okay. It's decent. It sounds like a generic cartoon thing, like from Pokemon or Sonic or something.
Yeah,
This could have been in Shadow the Hedgehog, the game.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing, though.
Yeah, that's fair, but
like I played Shadow the Hedgehog and listened to its soundtrack as a wee teen. I'll admit it. I admit it to the world right here and now. But now as an adult, I can't stand it anymore. Dear God, the vocal tracks. What were they doing?
the lyrics to me are just ridiculous. Whoa, more tutorials. Oh. There are so many of these. You just explained the resonance effect!
We had 2 tutorials for the same thing.
One was the lore, and one was the mechanics.
Such a young child working as an informant? Are you sure that...
Oh, I'm perfectly fine.
What's with the tower? Reminds me of Sword Art Online.
That's
another thing I watched one season of. One DVD.
It's like...
That is the tower of the Dorfa Corporation.
That's the tower that will take you to the next level. The next plane.
Yeah, this game basically cribs off of so many other anime things without really much rhyme or reason.
Or actually, you know, making it work.
Like,
Why don't we just pay the fee, Fang?
sure, it's a grade C game overall. It's not actively, you know, actively trying to hurt you like the Quivering was, but it's so aggressively generic and that it kind of sucks you in, and then you start noticing, like...
Starting the game in media res, when the middle of the action is 3 days later.
After
Like-
a time skip of 3 days later, so it's like 5 minutes.
You can be please do
What
not
are all
tease.
those things on the top of his collar? Are they supposed to...
They're belts.
If you actually connected
So you
all of
could-
those, it'd be like above his mouth, though.
Well, yeah, it's an anime
Well,
jacket.
welcome-
It's not
yeah,
supposed
it's-
to be practical.
Welcome to anime, love not. Welcome to anime in the year of our Lord 2013.
20XX.
It is the current year.
Oh, great. Sounds like another pain in the ass.
Meek, unfortunately, you can't mod anything now.
Oh yeah, the update
Seems
that
like a
fixed
challenge.
the update that fixed the crash on startup bug
I told you to stop.
means you can no longer mod the script, the models, the sprites.
Basically, what they did, Lovenut, was they took them
I
and
know, I'm familiar.
Yeah, I had a whole rant on it on the Discord.
He had to re-download the game. That seems like a challenge, though. Any shitty game is gonna have mods, no matter how hard they try to make it not.
Like, sure, but there was already a modding community, and now they've shut them out. Like, this version of the game's been out on Steam for a few months now.
Yep. I'm sure that eventually they'll mod it, but still.
It's the music. The music just kills me every single time.
The
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
yeah.
And then the silly scene music. It just it's just a pothole on my road to even remotely enjoying this experience.
Why can't you turn tutorials off? That seems like a thing that should happen.
Dungeons.
Simple, Din.
Why would you
That
have?
implies-
Why would you have dungeons in a visual novel?
It's only half a visual novel. It's also an action JRPG hybrid thing.
Like, you remember how EDF's just basically intentionally looking like it is?
Yeah.
This unintentionally is worse.
Yeah.
Self-awareness. I don't know.
I see the appeal of EDF. I don't really like it myself, but I see why people like it. I see it. I see it.
It's just really fun. It's like...
Okay, but don't sell me on it.
Yeah.
He calls
No,
it his
it's
Warframe, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's my Warframe. It's,
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing where... If you're self-aware enough as a critic, you'll say, I wanted to give it a 3, but I have to give it an 8. But if you aren't a self-aware critic, you'll just give it a 2 and say, I don't understand the appeal.
Yeah, but you could be self-aware and also be like, I get the joke. It doesn't really work for me.
And it may not work for a lot of people, and subsequently that... I feel like if that's the case, you can't, like, reading a game is a bit... weird. You know what I mean? It's like... It's one of those situations of, this is a game you have to, like, see for yourself. Also, yeah, that little screen right there was a good example of, like, how different can everything look?
This almost looks like a card game.
It also wants to be a card game.
Yeah.
Is this Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, no.
That'd be a cool idea. Just make a freaking Yu-Gi-Oh dungeon crawler with the cards where you use the cards to battle through dungeons. And
I'm almost certain that
Kaitos. It's on the GameCube and it's really good.
What was that, Din?
Baten Kaitos.
I think I vaguely remember you playing that.
I've never played it on stream.
I swear I saw someone playing some Yu-Gi-Oh game on stream.
It's not a Yu-Gi-Oh game. It's a it is a card game.
I accidentally ran into three tutorials.
Ooh, boy.
So you have 2 people in your party now? How long have you been playing?
2 hours.
Yep.
And yeah, I really want to get you on Lauren now, because it's actually kind of more generic like this, because instead of generic Japanese anime setting, it's generic like Tolkien-ish fantasy setting. With like dwarves and elves and shit. So it actually would be more generic for us because it's like a Western setting.
And now he's stabbed Earth somehow.
Yep. Stabs the ground.
Oh, how do you guys feel right now? A little more